Hi guys, 18 Dapper here and welcome to this match preview for Tuesday night's game. It's Fleetwood Town against Doncaster Rovers. Let's get this video started. So guys, welcome to this match preview, Fleetwood Town versus Doncaster Rovers at Highbury Stadium this Tuesday night. If you're an existing subscriber, welcome back, thank you for returning. If you're new to the channel and this video has brought you here, please click that subscribe button so you don't miss any future content. And if you are new, this is a format that we go through match previews. We'll look at the previous meetings between the two clubs, we'll look at the current form across all competitions. I choose a Doncaster Rovers player to focus on, say a few words about that individual. We take a look at the opponent, in this case Fleetwood, a brief history, and I give my opinion on the one to watch for you guys. And then at the very end, me and the family have got predictions league, so there's an update on that. And then my score prediction for the game comes at the very end. But before we get into previous meetings, I do have a little bit of news. We've got a giveaway / competition. Joined forces with the Black Bank for this one. And the Black Bank, if you're new to all of this, it's the group of fans behind the goal at the Keepmoat Stadium. They've set up a crowdfunder to try and get some funds in so that as soon as fans are allowed back into the stadium, we can get the atmosphere absolutely bouncing, which shouldn't take too much with our current form in the league. So this competition giveaway, we're asking for a contribution from you guys of £5, and the crowdfunder link is in the description down below. But for your £5 you get entered into a competition to win package 3, which has been issued over the last week or so on Facebook and other social media outlets. Package 3 is 20 stickers which have got 2 different designs, and that package is worth £10, but you also get an Amazon £10 gift card as well. So for your £5 you get potentially a prize worth 20. Once you've donated that £5 to the crowdfunder that's in the link down below, you also need to head over to Twitter, find the Black Bank on Twitter and direct message them the words 18 Dapper, and that way they can keep track of who's donated and who wants entering into the competition. So yeah, head over there, donate £5 and get into the competition, and then the winner of that will be announced in a future video on this channel. And you've got until full time on Tuesday night, so this game that we're previewing, you've got till full time in that game to donate the £5 and get in touch with Black Bank on Twitter. So, moving on to this game and the previous meetings. We start always on previous meetings. And let's take a look. We've faced off a total of 10 times in our history. Rovers coming out on top on 3 occasions. Fleetwood doing us on 4. And then we've shared the spoils on 3 occasions. So, fairly even over our history. Looking back at the last 5 games, going back to February 2018, at the Keepmoat Stadium, a decent 3-0 win. And then in the 18-19 season, Fleetwood did the double over us. It was 7 goals without reply. Not a good season for us there. Fleetwood, very difficult team to beat under Joey Barton. And then in the 19-20 season, we traded blows with a 3-2 win at the Keepmoat and then a 2-1 defeat at Highbury. So somewhat of a bit of a bogey team away from home. So hopefully that's not an omen for Tuesday night. Moving on to current form, it's looking a lot better for Donny than Fleetwood. Over the last 5, Rovers have won 4 and only lost 1. That defeat coming in the FA Cup to West Ham United. Fleetwood, on the other hand, over the last 5, they've got 3 draws and 2 defeats. Fleetwood, they've hit a little bit of a sticky patch, and it's led them to slip down to 15th in the table. And they'll be looking, with the addition of Simon Grayson as the new manager, to try and turn this around sooner rather than later. Fleetwood's last victory was in the league was back in December the 12th, and that was a 1-0 win away from home against Swindon. Since then they've drawn 6 and lost 3. Not scored many, but they've also not conceded many. So with that very difficult team to break down, well, I think our defence is good enough to potentially get a clean sheet on Tuesday night. It's just if our attack can break down a fairly sturdy Fleetwood defence. As I say, they've not conceded too many over those 9 games that they've not won. Fleetwood, They currently sit 8 points above the bottom 4, so I don't think they're in any immediate danger, but they will be starting to look over the shoulders at that drop zone, and they'll be looking, as I say, with the addition of Simon Grayson in as manager, hopefully that new manager syndrome start getting points on the board, and hopefully it starts after Tuesday night. Moving on to Donny, another good battling performance from us on Saturday, and it saw us end Oxford's impressive recent run. I believe there was 8 straight wins, and we just put a complete stop to that. Very difficult first half. Oxford outplayed us in vast majority of the first half. We couldn't really get a foothold of the game, but then a quick double just after half time, first 6 minutes of the second half, got us to 3-1, and we were pretty comfortable then for a while, until Shadipo, who I highlighted in the preview video, twisted and turned and got a deflected shot which made it 3-2, and then it was squeaky bum time for the rest of the game. But we stood strong, we held out and came out 3-2 winners, which very important game, very important result, very important game, because Hull City got beat by Burton 1-0 as well, so that's closed the gap there. As I say, that result has kept us in touching distance of Lincoln, who are still top spot, 3 points ahead of us, but we've got a few games in hand over them, 3 games in hand over Hull, and those two face off on Tuesday at 7 o'clock, so I'll be watching that one very, very closely. Take a draw for that, that'd be very nice, and then if we beat Fleetwood, it's looking very, very good. On Saturday, we saw Robertson and Bostock make their debuts for the Rovers after signing in January, and both of them looked fairly decent with the things that they had to do. Very composed on the ball, looked very comfortable, very confident, so I'm looking forward to seeing more of those as the season goes on, especially in this very compact period of fixtures. Another positive, along with Bostock and Robertson, is the player focus for today, and that is Madja Gomez returning from injury, and it feels like a new signing has been out for that long, and he just sits in the middle of the park, and I think he had a decent game. We've seen him play better this season, but it is his first game back since injury, so I think he will be slightly rusty, not quite match sharp, but yeah, a decent shift put in on Saturday against Oxford, against a very good team that kind of overrun the midfield a bit, so we had plenty of work to do. A couple of wayward passes and things, but there were spells where we saw what it was like at the start of the season, so I think once that match sharpness is back and his fitness is back up to the levels that it was at the start of the season, we will see a very good Madja Gomez back in the team, and it means that we've got competition for places in there, and while ever there's competition, each player's got to play at his best all the time before they get dropped. So yeah, it's great to see Madja back in the squad. Hopefully he can get back up to the levels that he was at the start of the season. Moving on to the opponent, Fleetwood Town. They were founded in 1908 originally, and then they've been through 3 or 4 reformations, and the latest one in 1997 they came back as Fleetwood Wanderers, and then I believe in 2002 renamed to Fleetwood Town. And then from that point, the outlook for Fleetwood has changed. It's been a lot more positive, and they've started to climb up the table. As we mentioned earlier in the video, Simon Grayson is the new manager, took charge over the 0-0 draw to Bristol Rovers, so could it be new manager syndrome where they're difficult to break down and they could get a couple of wins? As I say, I hope that kicks in after Tuesday night, and I hope we're strong enough to overcome a struggling Fleetwood at the minute. But with Simon Grayson there, I think he'll get them well drilled, he'll get them to know what jobs they're doing, and maybe he'll just give them that boost that they're lacking at the minute, and they'll start performing as they were nearer the beginning of the season, because I had them down as potential playoff contenders in and around that area, and it's just not quite clicked for them over the last couple of games, and maybe Simon Grayson will be that piece of the jigsaw that has been missing over the last couple of months. But like I say, hopefully that comes in after Tuesday. Looking at a couple of honours over recent years, Fleetwood League 2 playoff winners in the 2013-14 season, Conference National Champions in 2011-12, and Conference North playoff winners in 2009-10. So over recent years they've been climbing that table, climbing the pyramid, and they're now in League One, and over the last couple of years, as I say, they've been in and around the playoff picture this season. Not quite clicked, but there's still plenty of time to go. If Fleetwood are going to get back up the table and towards the top 6, I think this player is the one to watch and could be that player to kind of pull them up the league table, and that is Callum Camps. Bought from Rochdale, very, very good midfielder. He's currently Fleetwood's top scorer with 10 goals, a couple of assists as well, and he just pulls forward from the midfield, fills that gap between the midfield and striker. Fantastic player. As I say, can dictate the pace of play, and he pops up with numerous goals, being the top scorer. So I think if we keep Camps quiet, we've got a good chance of coming away with the 3 points, and I believe we will do. We've got a very good defence. I think they're capable of keeping Camps quiet, but on his day can be a very, very big threat to any team in League One. So for me, Callum Camps is the one to watch for Fleetwood on Tuesday night. Moving on to the Predictions League table. So if you are new to this, me and the family predict the scoreline of every league game. If we get the scoreline spot on, we get 3 points. If we get the result right but not the scoreline, we get 1 point. If we get it completely wrong, we get no points. Saturday, I went with a 1-1 draw. We won 3-2. So I get no points. But the family, they all had optimism for the game, and it wasn't misplaced optimism. None of them got the scoreline right, but they all went with Rovers wins. So that all gives them an extra point onto their totals, which leaves Max in first on 18 points, Chris in second on 17, Dad in third on 16, and then I'm 3 points behind him in bottom on 13 points. So hopefully we get a couple of scorelines right and we close that gap, but it's looking like they're starting to run away from me this season. It's a shame. But fingers crossed, this is going to be the correct scoreline, which is going to pull me back into it. But before I go on to the scoreline, just want to remind you of the competition. You get package 3, which is worth £10. It's 20 stickers with 2 different designs, plus a £10 Amazon gift card. All you have to do is head to the link down in the description below to the Black Bank's crowdfunder, donate £5, head to Twitter, find the Black Bank on Twitter and direct message them the word 18dapper, and you will be entered into the competition. You've got to do that by the end, full time, of the Fleetwood game to be entered into the competition, and then it'll be drawn and I will announce a winner in a future video. So yeah, head there, donate, and who knows, £20 worth of stuff could be heading your way. And the score prediction, I think it's going to be a tough game. As I say, Simon Grayson is now the manager. He's going to want to get the team playing in his way, in his style. I think players tend to up the game to try and cement their place in a starting 11. So although they're in a sticky patch, I don't think they're going to be a walkover like some people are saying. But I believe that Darren Moore won't underestimate them. He never underestimates any team. So I think the preparation for this game will be the same as any other. And with that, I think we are strong enough to overcome Fleetwood on this occasion, and I am going with a 2-0 away win. Come on, that'd be very nice, but we will see. And that is where I'm going to leave this video. If you've enjoyed it, big thumbs up on it for us please. Comments in the section down below, let me know your thoughts on this game. If you haven't already, please click that subscribe button. We're on the road to 2,000 subscribers, and your subscription will help us on the way. And all that's left for me to say is thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.